What's up YouTube? It's NG, the Neon X, and I'm back. Today I'm into the Galaxy Z Fold 2. I still prefer it be called the Galaxy Fold 2, but I get the whole need for the Z moniker. Now, over the past week or two, the internet has been just completely flooded with Galaxy Z Fold 2 pictures and videos and impressions from some, and I've taken it upon myself to scour the web and pretty much collect all of these things, trying to say to my want for more info on this particular device. Now, we all know I have the original Fold. I'm not even sure where I put it right now. I have this phone, and I'm really at a crossroads here. Should I update my original Fold and just have it as a piece of memorabilia while I use the Z Fold 2, or should I go the route where I'm slightly more interested right now, and that is towards a Surface Duo? Now, this video, I'm not going to do pros and cons with both devices, at least how I see those pros and cons. I'm going to concentrate on what I've seen of the Z Fold 2 and just show you guys with videos playing here everything I have collected, so maybe you guys too can form an opinion or even see something maybe you haven't seen before. Now, the first thing that I've seen with the Fold 2 is the size difference between the Fold 2 and the original Fold. There is a significant difference in screen real estate. Now, I thought my particular phone is a pretty good size when I take it out in public and people see it. People say, "Wow, it opens into such a large screen." Blah 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 blah. Just yesterday at Target, a couple saw me pull out the phone and they were interested in what it was. They had never seen it in real life. They only heard about it, and the wife or the girlfriend really did say, "Wow, that's a really huge screen when you open it up." Now imagine the Z Fold 2, which is an even bigger screen. Now, I've seen the picture comparisons, and the size difference, like I said before, is significantly better. The large notch on the Fold 1 isn't there on the original Fold. They now have a little punch hole cut out for the camera on the inside, so it gives the illusion of more screen to look at. Well, not even the illusion, but there is more screen to look at because the hole punch takes up such little space. The screen itself is much larger, and because of that notch that was on the original Fold, because it's not there, that asymmetry is gone, and it's much more symmetrical. Actually, a lot more square than rectangular now when compared to the Z Fold. When you compare the Z Fold 2 to the original Galaxy Fold, the screen is now 120 Hz refresh rate. None of the videos that I've seen, though they would scroll through it at times, such could actually demonstrate that, because it doesn't really show up good when you're watching videos on the internet and all that. But it hasn't said it's 120 Hz screen, and we all know how that just makes things seem faster, more snappier when you use it. So I know that would be a great effect. Me personally, I don't really care much between 60 Hz, 90, and 120. Like I said, I've had the Razr phone, the original phone, to have 120 Hz display since it came out. Then I had the OnePlus, and we just got another OnePlus 8 and such. So the smooth screen is a nice touch, but the phones I use in my everyday life don't have 120 Hz, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything. They're all the regular 60 Hz refresh rate, and it works fine for me. So to have it or not isn't a big deal, but I do like the fact that it does have it on the inner screen. Now, also, I don't know if it's me, but it seems like the panel itself. I saw a picture and it had was it a forest or, well, it was the same image or a very similar image on both screens. They had the Z Fold 2 and the original Fold, and Z Fold 2 again, the image screen, the colors and pictures just seemed more vibrant to me based on the picture. The original Fold screen seemed more muted. Maybe he did that on, or she did that on purpose. I don't know. But then again, since the original Fold came out, Samsung has improved their screen tech and such. And the covering that they use for the Z Fold 2 is different from the Z Fold 1. They have the bendable glass and all of that. So there's a good chance that it really is that the inner screen of the Z Fold 2 is just a better display than the original Galaxy Fold, which would not surprise me in any way, shape, or form. But Samsung always elevates their flagship devices to be better than the last, to give you more incentive to buy the device. Now, also what I saw, the hinge work. The Z Fold 2 does have the hinge tech from the Galaxy Z Flip that allowed the screen to stay at any position you put it during the opening or closing phase. Now, at first I was like, well, you know, how would they utilize this on the Fold? What little gimmicks or, you know, what software enhancements are they going to put there that the original Fold doesn't have? And you know, again, there was a video, actually I think two I saw, that showed some of this stuff being used. The first thing I saw was it was the video player, I think it was. They were able to put the video on the top or on half of the phone because they had it in a horizontal view, and so they had the image on the top, and then they had the controls on the bottom right, and the videos or pictures that they had on the bottom left. So you guys swipe through your videos there, press play there, and watch it there. So while you're watching, you still control them on this side, and then swipe them on that side. So it was a nice little use of the screen real estate, or of the larger screen real estate. They also showed you the multitasking from the original Fold, being able to open 3 apps at a time. They showed you a conference call at the I think it was, and just like the Z Flip, you're able to flip up the phone, and just the top half or the other half of the Fold will have the video, and the bottom will be blank with just the buttons. So it's a more immersive effect, and because the hinge can stay at any point, the phone can stand itself up to do those calls, not just vertically like the original Fold, but horizontally as well. No, landscape mode. So that was very interesting to see, and I know there's more use for the flip mode, as well, as I call it. Maybe I just didn't see it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. More little perks Samsung has thrown in there to try and appeal to those who might be skeptical of what use can they get out of this, I'm sure, very expensive flip phone. Well, I see. They also had something I've been longing for on my Galaxy Fold. They showed you, there was an image, or it was in a clip of a person holding up the phone with the back, and the cameras and the outside screen were being used for a selfie shot. So it was cool in the respect that you could take your selfie with the more powerful rear camera and still see what you're trying to shoot, as opposed to having to flip it over to the inner camera, which isn't as powerful, and take a less impressive selfie. The other thing that I saw had the feature that phones like the LG V60 have, where you, when taking your picture, the person or the subject of the shot can see what you're seeing on your screen, and they can align themselves up and adjust themselves accordingly, so they can see what you see. Now, it's only on the outer screen that they see it, but the outer screen is so much larger now that it's an easier space to view from range. Well, you're not too far, but something that you can do. Yeah, I thought that was really, really cool the way they had that. 'Cause I was hoping something like that would come to the Galaxy Fold, because the Z Flip had something also very similar to that. But the little screen on the Z Flip wasn't very conducive to actually getting a good shot. But it did have the features, so I'm glad that they moved it over to a much more useful tool. I'm glad that they moved it over to a much more useful device when it comes to taking that kind of shot. Really nice, really helpful for those who want to take their selfie shots for Instagram and Facebook and all of that. Now, along with the portraits and all of that, they showed you, this was another great feature that I saw. Again, the hinge, they had the phone down, and they had the outside facing the person, and because the hinge could stay, they were able to watch their movies on the outside screen. And the fold, the hinge and the bottom half of the phone acted as a base. So it was down, they were watching their stuff. You take a call like that. And I know most people will say, well, you have this large screen, why would you want to watch it on the outer screen? Well, the outer screen is pretty much the same size as a regular phone. And people watch their shows in landscape on a regular phone all of the time. Only this one can stand itself up. Now, one could argue you could buy a little $1 stand. I mean, I have a few of them to put my phones on to view and all of that. And they're very helpful, but it's another thing you have to carry around. If you have something like the Z Fold 2, it's pretty much an all-in-one device. It's your stand, it's your camera with a stand, it's your video conference machine, it's your game player, your music player. Yeah, the way they move around with the flip mode. The phone seems extremely versatile, even more so than the original Fold, because the original Fold didn't have that very handy hinge that allowed it to stop at every point and deliver that kind of Z Flip experience, thing that really made the Z Flip stand out. I didn't see any dongle. I'm sure that it probably comes with one, because there's no headphone jack. I am curious to hear how their particular dongle sounds. Not all audio dongles are made evenly. No, not all audio dongles are made equally. So there's that. So that's a shame, and I highly doubt it comes with buds this time around. Though it would be nice, but I don't think Samsung is going to do that. I think they figure, well, we made 3 different sets of Galaxy Buds. If you guys are Samsung fans, you probably have one of them. You probably don't need a pair of Galaxy Buds. When the original Fold came out, the buds were just coming out. They were free with the Note 10 if you pre-ordered a Note 10, and they came in the box for the Galaxy Fold. I don't think that they're coming in the box for the Z Fold 2, but then again, we haven't seen an unboxing. You have to wait till next Tuesday or Wednesday? Yep, September 1st to get more information on that. Yeah, but it has been really nice seeing all the video and images from all the people who somehow have their hands on this phone early, or as early as they do. People from this one guy from China had a whole review of the phone. Now it's in Chinese, and as I think about it, I'm pretty sure Google could translate that on the fly on my Pixel. They do have a live speculation. I need to try that. But as excited as I am, there's literally nothing wrong with my Galaxy Fold. I use it every day, and if indeed it does get the software updates that the Z Fold 2 is getting, personally, I'll have no reason to jump ship. The only flaw would be I don't have the amazing hinge. But if everything else works as it does with the Z Fold 2, I'd still be a happy camper. It's like getting a brand new phone all over again. It won't be the Z Fold 2, it'll be the Fold 1.5, which is just fine for me. Until then, I'm NG, the Neon X, and the Galaxy Z Fold 2, this is what I'm into.